A new labor law in New York City requires employers to let job seekers know when AI is being used in the hiring process.
The law helps position the city as a leader in regulating the use of AI hiring, but the practice is expected to spread quickly to other states. A survey by Resume Builder found 4 out of every 10 companies will be using AI for job interviews by 2024. And 15% of those businesses said AI will be fully responsible for making the hiring decisions. The new law is aimed at preventing potential misuses of the technology that could lead to unfair or biased hiring practices.
Let's bring in CBS MoneyWatch reporter Megan Cerullo. All right, Megan, you and I have talked offline about this. It is a fascinating topic. Many layers to this. First of all, how broad is this particular law? How does it regulate how employers can actually use AI?
It's pretty narrowly tailored. It's important to note that it's perfectly legal for employers under this law to use AI in recruiting and hiring processes, but they have to disclose that to candidates. They have to make candidates aware that AI was ultimately responsible for making a hiring decision. So this law is aimed to protect workers and their livelihoods. But importantly, it's very narrowly tailored. The use of AI is permitted. For example, employers can make use of AI tools to promote efficiency that scan resumes and sort them into buckets. For example, these candidates went to these schools, these candidates have relevant experience, and these candidates are the most qualified, as long as a human being then reviews all of those applications and ultimately makes the decision. In that case, the law doesn't apply to them. It's when a human being is replaced by an AI bot that employers must disclose this fact to candidates.
You know, Megan, we know that some businesses are already using AI in their hiring. Does this law take effect immediately?
It was passed in 2021, and yes, it just went into effect. It has been enforced since July 5th. So Wednesday was when enforcement began, and employers are subject to penalties of $500 for the first offense and up to $1,500 for subsequent offenses. So it could be, tough on smaller businesses looking to use AI tools to promote efficiency if they even make a good faith effort to comply with the law. It could be costly for them if they mess up.
Yeah, I'm wondering about how you enforce something like this. I mean, what is an example, Megan, of a scenario when an employer could be fined?
Let me give you an example. So let's say an employer relies on AI to sort through 1,000 applications and says, these 20 are the top candidates, and a human hiring manager never lays eyes on those other applications. They would have to disclose, they would have to make that clear to candidates on their website by issuing a sort of disclaimer. And they would also have to conduct what's called an annual audit bias, engage a third party to conduct what's called an annual bias audit, just to present data points to folks about, okay, well, the AI hired this many folks from this minority group. And if it fails to do that, then the company could be subject to fines.
Now, the law that we're talking about, this is a New York City law, but this is going to be a national issue. So do you see something like this law happening on the state or federal level?
That there are piecemeal laws and protections in place for workers. For example, in some states, it's illegal to collect facial data. But in many ways, this is the first law of its kind, and experts do expect to see other cities, states, municipalities to follow suit, given how rapidly AI is becoming an integral part of the recruiting process, as the study you cited earlier noted.
Yeah, the reality of the world we're living in. Megan Cerullo, Megan, thank you so much.